All right, now it's time for the Divas. Now, this might be the episode part of Smack Talk where you decide to take a piss break, but we've got Beth Phoenix versus Eve Torres for the Divas Championship, and now I'm assuming that this is supposed to be a Lumberjill match.
Yay.
God.
Just a way to get them all on the card, I guess. I don't know. Maybe they felt like if they didn't, then something bad would happen or something. I don't know. But with the whole Divas thing, I mean, I try to give them credit. I really try.
And
But
then they just get rid of the good ones, so it's
Not
worthless.
necessarily. Um, you got the two that are actually the credible wrestlers of the bunch, Phoenix and Natalia. But the fact is, the rest of them are just a bunch of swimsuit models who they just want, the fans to look at as a tool for masturbation, really.
Without a doubt. I mean, like you said, the two legitimate being Beth and Natalia, but they're technically friends right now. So they're this match. It's it will be a piss break Sunday night.
well, I don't get about this whole pin-up strong movement thing. Is Beth and Natalia are supposed to be the ones that we're buying into as these dominant divas, and they're losing all of their matches for the most
I
part.
can buy into Natalia with anything. Just saying.
But so that's why I'm even thinking to myself right now, why doesn't Eve just win the fucking title? Because it doesn't look like this Beth Phoenix and Natalia thing is going to go anywhere because they keep losing all the matches. So if I were in charge of things right now, if they just told me, look, tomorrow is Survivor Series, you can do whatever you want, but only with the Divas match apparently, um, then I'll tell you what I would do. I would say, look, we need to make Beth and Natalia look credible. So even though we've got this Lumberjill match that you were hell bent on doing, and Eve is going to be in here, and Eve is one of your better divas when it comes to wrestling. I still think the better option is Beth wins the match here, maybe even fights off half of those divas in the Lumberjill match and just shows that she's strong. Just her and Natalia just bust through all of the ones like the Bellas and Caitlyn and whoever else they have around the ring for that. Don't think that they'll be having Maxine and Oksana probably. But you need to have Beth win, and then you need to build up to Beth Phoenix versus Natalia at WrestleMania. So you need to have some kind of rematch between Beth and Eve, and you need to just sort of give Beth a bunch of filler matches in between, and one of them needs to turn on the other one. Beth and Natalia have to face each other eventually.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
But I'm worried that WWE is just going to be like, you know what? We haven't had a title change since like about 2 months ago, so let's just give it to Eve and have her win because of all the Lumberjills around the match. And by the way, the Lumberjill, I hate that friggin' name. Just call them Lumberjacks. We know that they're women. But that's if I could go for a prediction, I put no value into this at all. But Eve Torres wins the title.
I say now, just because of the fact they need to keep this thing going, Beth Phoenix, with help from Natalia.
My guess: Eve gets jumped in the back. Sunny comes back and wins her first title.
Woo!
Nah, I'm gonna go with Beth.
Hmm.
No reason, just Beth.
I'd rather just keep the title on Beth Phoenix at the moment than give it to Eve. I'm so boring. I can make freaking ants cry, Torres.
Hey, but she looks good to me. She's got everything that we want and everything that we need. So
They've
Yeah,
got a match and Ryder doesn't. That's all I'm saying.
you know what? Just have Ryder dress up like a woman and win the title.
but then he's gonna have to face Santina Marella.
Oh God. It's just one of those things. I think with this match, it's just going to be you're either going to be damned if you do or damned if you don't. I know that I'm fast forwarding it.
I wish that I could fast forward a live stream. By which I'm
I'm not watching it live.
the pay-per-view. Yes, because I spent $50 towards this kind of crap. That wraps us up for Survivor Series, unless you guys think that there's anything interesting that they're going to add. The only thing I could think that they would be adding would be Zack Ryder and an appearance of Kevin Nash. And as far as Kevin Nash goes, I can't see him really getting involved in any match but the Rock match. So
Maybe a McFoley appearance too. Cheap pop.
Foley just
I
through
think
the table.
Yeah.
we're probably going to see Foley in the Rock and Cena tag match at some point. Maybe in there to help his buddy out. Who knows? You know,
We have not seen Mr. Sacco in a long time. That's all I'm saying.
all I've got to
Is he
say is
necessarily his
Foley
buddy
put it away.
anymore now that he gave him a rock bottom? Maybe he screws him.
Yeah, you never know. He could like divert the Rock's attention by accident. Rock gives him a rock bottom.
Maybe
You know, and then
now a misfit.
yeah, you can play any number of scenarios, but even if he's backstage, I won't rule out Foley being there.
Yeah, it's very hard to hate Foley though. He's a
Yeah,
person.
very much so.
Well, I don't think
Apart from when he was in TNA, I just hated the whole show.
Well, it's TNA. It'll do that to anybody.
Oh, it made me like have nightmares.
Damn it, we referenced TNA. Damn it, I get the plug.
Crap. Well, all the TNA fans will be happy since I only threw that little Jesse Neal in there thing for them.
Oh, Mick Foley was off the chain. Rude is off the chain.
Well, that wraps us up for Survivor Series talk. Not sure exactly what we're going to do next week when it comes to reviewing Survivor Series, but I hope that we can put a little bit of time aside and actually go over what we thought the matches were. Anything else interesting that happens during the week, I'm sure we're going to try to cover it for episode 5, a special edition of Smack Talk, and special by, I have no clue what yet, but I'll figure something out. So, thank you.
Hopefully we'll all
been watching.
watch Survivor Series and be happy.
Make sure you check out all of the past episodes, like me on Facebook, like me on Twitter, do the same for Zack Ryder because I'm stealing his catchphrase.
Woo, woo, woo.
I know it.
Woo, woo.
So that is episode 4. Anything else you guys want to say before we head out?
Cheap plug. Make sure to check out my blog, mikeburhan.blogspot.com. That's going to change at some point, the address, but for now it's mikeburhan.blogspot.com. And also my official site should be up by the end of the week, michaelburhan.com. So check that out. It's got all my show reels and bits and pieces from my acting work and stuff. If you want to check out any of my old wrestling matches, go to fwa.co.uk as well. I was with them at one point. And that's pretty much me. And also, just make sure, don't watch TNA. We're giving them too much plugs on the show.
The only thing I got, is maybe check out oldtimewrestling.net, my old stomping ground. See the new superstars of tomorrow and people that are actually interesting and don't end up in TNA. So I had to take a jab as well.
And who are not off the chain.
And episode 4 is in the bag. Stay tuned for episode 5. This has been a Smark Out Moment, and I am being counted out. See you next time, folks.